afternoon, everyone. We are Group 1. Our project is the OptiActor Edutainment for the Wii Remote. And I am Yue Qu, my partner Zhao. Our mentors are Dr. Falko Kuester and Dr. Kai-Uwe Doerr, sponsors KLIT2. In KLIT2 second floor, there's this big display wall. And it is the world's highest resolution display since it has been built in 2006. And this is our OptiActor, the Wii Remote. And our objective is to develop an interface for the Wii Remote that will allow for interactive control of 2D and 3D applications running on the hyperspace. And we also develop an OpenGL-based application to present all the functionalities of this interface. And first, I'll give you some background information. What is hyperspace OptiPortal? Well, OptiPortal, in the broadest sense, it is a visualization cluster which can be deployed on a variety of hardware platforms. And functionally, OptiPortals are tiled displays, meaning they could act together as one display or many displays. And hyperspace is highly interactive parallelized display space. As I've said before, it has been the world's highest resolution display since it was introduced in 2006. And it serves as the baseline for nearly all OptiPortals. And next, CGLX. It stands for Cross-Platform Cluster Graphic Library. It serves as the middleware for the hyperspace. And the key idea behind CGLX is that it uses the head node of the visualization cluster will be running the same application and use local graphic cards with all available hardware acceleration. And the extension of CGLX supports the creation of external interfaces, the so-called OptiPortals. And in our project, Wii Remote is our OptiPortal. It is the primary input device for Nintendo's Wii console, and it has an IR sensor, a tilt sensor built in here, and 12 buttons, a speaker, a force feedback mechanism, and its capability to sense 2D motion and pitch and roll and yaw. And it used the standard Bluetooth human interface device protocol to communicate with the host. So next, how we completed this project. Since this Wii Remote, it doesn't have a built-in system on which we can do the programming. So first, we need to write or find an API for this Wii Remote. And luckily, we got the libseaweed. It is an open source C library that provides a simple API for the communicating with the Wii Remote on a Linux system. We chose this API because it is very well written and it provides all the functions that we need. And and the communication between Wii Remote and personal computers via Bluetooth. So BlueZ is a canonical Bluetooth stack for Linux. Okay, here I will give it to my partner. He'll talk about the applications we developed, and he'll show a fun game.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Zhao. So after we have knowledge about Wii programming, we want to create an easy application that can directly be used in the CGX system. So an idea come to us is to use a remote and a sensor bar to create to emulate the remote as an AR mouse. So the first step, we can use the API we mentioned before, libseaweed, to read the parameters we need from the remote. We have mapped the mouse, the left, right, scroll up, scroll down, and the middle button to the remote, and we also mapped 5 keyboard buttons to the remote. And we use an IR sensor bar and the IR camera of the remote to define the X and the Y axis of the mouse. And next step, we need to create a CGX server for this remote. In CGX library, there is a tutorial teach you how to create a template server for external input device. And there also exists some structure like mouse event, mouse motion event, and a keyboard event. So what we need to do is just first to make a connection our view mode to the computer and then create a server. And in the loop, we continue to read the data from V mode and convert to the CGX structure. And then we send the data package when some event happens, like button press, button release, or the mouse move and keep static. So the VMouse is successfully created. And in the first application, we have already used the L camera and multi-buttons. But V remote can do more than, can show more features than this. Another new features we want to add in our applications